One. What is up, folks? I am Kevin Ioli. I appreciate you joining me. And my guest right now is Manny Muniz, who has fought, I think, more fights in Power Slap than anybody, if I am not mistaken. And on Friday at Power Slap 6, he will fight Chris Thomas. And that is a great matchup because it is the guy who gets all knockouts against the guy who is unable to be knocked out. Manny, what is it about this chin of yours? I mean, it seems like what did you take, 15 or 16 slaps and you don't go anywhere?
Yeah, definitely. I definitely would start by saying I'm just, blessed with, better chin than most. But a lot of it, I think, has to do with the mindset, how I come in, how I prepare myself mentally, how I take care of my body, my mind, my head. Um, Maybe, it has to do with the years of football, the background in sports, but I don't know, man. It's just, I've always been blessed with a good chin. I've always, always had the good recovery, good chin.
So you're going to get whacked. What is it like? Obviously, I'm sure you try to build up your neck, right? But as you're in the moment before you're getting slapped, like how do you? Is it just a mental thing that you're able to do?
Yeah, I think definitely it's, you know, getting yourself mentally prepared, being ready to take the slap. You know you're going to take the full force that someone has, and mentally just accepting that and being ready to walk through that.
So sometimes in boxing, or I guess in MMA is true too, but not as much. You kind of roll with the punch, right? They hit you, and you go with it, and it lessens the force. You risk a foul if you do that in power slap. But do you have any of that kind of technique where maybe you can take a little bit of zip off a shot by rolling with it?
Yeah, so I've definitely worked on some techniques that would involve me, rolling with the slap, taking some of the force off of it. But honestly, I don't think I've ran into anyone that scares me enough that makes me feel I'd have to do that.
Okay, wow, that's interesting. So you are excuse me, I got Chris's record up there. You are 4-2, and you've gone to decision in every single fight except one. So what is that like mentally as you're sitting there, I got to do this again. I got to do this again. I mean, is it taxing to you when you see so many other guys going out after one or two slaps and you're having to go the distance each time?
I think for me it's just like any other like the other combat sports, those boxers that drag their guys into the deep waters, gas them out, tire them out. It's a similar concept. I mean, nobody wants to get up there and get slapped, but I mean, if anyone wants the war, is me, and I'm there for 3, 5. If we did more than 5, I would be there. So the longer it goes on, the happier I feel, the more alive I feel. Because I mean, I'm just getting started. This is nothing for me. So, getting into those third and fourth, and in this one maybe the fifth round, I'm ready for that. I'm prepared for that. I've prepared for myself mentally for those. So it makes no difference to me, first or fifth slap.
What do you make of Chris? He's 5-0 with 5 knockouts. I think, if I'm not mistaken, 3 of the 5 were first round knockouts. What do you make of him? And what is there any special technique that you have to use against him that you didn't use against anybody else?
Um, Defensively, no, I don't think I'll give him, that he's done his job every time that he's gone out there. But at the same time, I don't think he's had very difficult matchups. I don't think he's faced people with, great chins. So, at the end of the day, I don't think he's uh, a tougher matchup than my previous one. So I feel comfortable going up there. I feel comfortable taking his slaps. I feel comfortable going 5 rounds with him. The real big question for me is, does he have a chin?
Yeah, interesting. You're a young guy, but did some coaching already in this sport. Kind of, what's your long term goal athletically? Like, do you want to be a slap fighter long term, or I know you at one point at least had some interest in fighting MMA.
Yeah, no, definitely. Hopefully I everything goes well this week, grab the belt this week, and defend it a few times, kind of make my name, make my legacy here in Power Slap, and then, use that to kind of catapult me into an MMA career. Because ultimately, that's what I really want to do. I want to fight long term. I want to get into the MMA scene. I want to, make it to UFC doing this. So I mean, long term, I think that would be the goal.
Interesting. What is the reaction among your friends, your family, people I mean, this is blowing up on social media. I mean, I think this is the ultimate social media sport, right? And
Yeah.
there's videos with 150 million views. You think that's basically half the country, that's seeing this stuff. Like, what is the reaction? And do people recognize you now when you go out from having, competed on Power Slap?
Uh, yeah, between my, family and friends, they all, of course, think I'm crazy, but they're really supportive. Everyone around me is really supportive. Everyone believes in me, believes in my chin. So the support from my family and friends has been great. And then, being out in the community now more, I definitely have been getting recognized more. It's still nothing crazy. Still able to go about my day and my life pretty normally. But I do get my few stops here and there, people asking about it, asking about me and what's going on and why I do this and what's the idea behind this. And I explain to them, give 'em my feedback, and they're always nice, supportive, cool people.
Sure. When you first saw it before you competed in it, did you like it and say, "I wanna do this right away," or did it take a little thought before you jumped in?
Well, so I had done it before they had released any tapes on like Power Stop, so I had to go back and look up the other promotions that do it,
Oh, wow.
and so I was watching them and I was like, dang, that's crazy, but I don't know. I felt pretty confident. I felt really like, oh, these guys don't hit too hard. Like I could take that. That's I taking some overhands and some head kicks here. So I felt comfortable coming into it. I knew right away I'd stand out with a good chin.
That is awesome. What will the, championship mean to you?
And it's an opportunity, even to just go up there and compete for it. It's an opportunity. Super excited about it. It brings a lot of energy and eyes towards me and allows me to build myself and my brand. And allows me to continue training and working towards this and then MMA long term. So, getting hold of that belt would mean a ton to me. I've been working real hard this past year to, perfect my slap. Put in a lot of matches this year. So to finally get to this moment and to reap the rewards from all the hard work and effort, it'll be nice.
Is it lucrative for you, Manny? Are you making like, do you get sponsor? Are you getting sponsors and are you getting, money outside the cage? Not outside the cage. I'm thinking of MMA, but outside of competition that you wouldn't have gotten otherwise.
Uh, Definitely. I mean, more than I would have ever gotten otherwise. But thus far, it hasn't been anything too crazy. I imagine after this match, catapults me a little further ahead. And I think on my end too, I've struggled with that over the past year, the whole social media thing and growing my brand. That's something I've been working on a lot lately, and this will be that next big step for me.
Awesome. Well, good luck on Friday. We will see you there and appreciate you taking the time to join me right now.
Thank you.
Thanks, Manny.